Good morning. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. Guys, I'm working on my second cup of coffee. I've decided I need to have my first cup of coffee in me before I start dealing with the phone, right? So, this is the 22nd, the 21st. I think today is a new moon in Scorpio, and I was just looking at Molly McCord. She's talking about this grand trine. I was trying to talk about it one day because I'm not an astrologer. I do my little Llewellyn's things because I like it, you know. And then Jenny Fraser went and looked it up for me, was explaining some things about it, and I said, "Thank you, Jenny Fraser. I love you so very much." I also want to give a shout out to um, artist only, I think it is tattoo or tarot. I keep saying tattoo because I guess because the word artist is in there. Sweetheart, I'm sorry. Um, um, she's become a subscriber of mine too, and I go and look at her videos once in a while too. I don't always comment and stuff, but guys, there's some newer readers out there that have different perspectives, and it really does give you a chance to see how different people interpret energy. So I was watching Molly McCord this morning, and she was looking at this water trine that we've got. And I realized 2 days ago, after a text message disagreement or some truth was said, and the next day I was like, it's time to now clear this out because with my Virgo placements in my chart, some things stay with me for a while. I went back and looked at a couple of my little morning epiphanies and I know in one of my readings I was talking about somebody that I knew one time that when I was with him, it took months for his energy to get out of mine. And so what I'm learning is that when you see a reading, even if it's no longer resonating, right, the energy coming towards you can be up to a month. That's the time frame I'm feeling and seeing before it happens, and then a month or two during it, and then a couple of months later. So say 6 months for one reading for the energy, depending on how fast it moves in your life. So I'm now beginning to finally feel like I'm not spinning in my head about some things of the past year and a half, because I went through all the gauntlet of emotions, right? Happy, sad, letting go, being angry, being, all these different things that you go through when you have a relationship or a job or anything that really affects your life. And over time, you're able to step back and look at it more clear. And sometimes other people will say things, and you didn't realize that that's what was going on behind the scenes. And to listen to someone else's, which is why I listen to other readers sometimes to get different perspectives, because everybody feels the energy differently. And to realize that when I went back and even re-looked at a couple of things, to realize that a past relationship where I thought this was a really good friend, like I had one for 16 years that I walked away from when I first moved to California, and then I had the boyfriend for a year and a half, and to realize that in some ways these people who I thought loved me, so maybe you've had someone too that you thought loved you, but later you realized they only wanted certain things from you, right? And then when they couldn't get those things, they decided they were going to try to break you. And now I'm looking back at these past things and going, damn, how could I be friends with these people? How could I stay with this guy that, or maybe it's a job, maybe it's a childhood friend that you realize one day you wake up and you go, gee, you never really were my friend. Not the way I would think a friend would be. And sometimes we hold on to childhood things, energies, that as we encounter them as adults, that we see them the same way. Yes, the same way. Because you have an inner child, right? And now I'm going back and I'm going, gee, I kept trying to pour from an empty cup. I kept giving to a friendship that as long as I was willing, they would take whatever I would give them. And the minute I didn't, they got really crappy with me. And I thought they cared. Then I was in a relationship that I thought somebody really loved me, And when I go back now, when I went back, before I purged all my pictures, I went back and I looked, and I was like, you're not smiling. And this, yeah, I am. No, you're not. So I went and I looked at this guy. I'm going to have to get his damn channel and write it down. He studies the behavioral arts. And he's got some psychology, and I can't remember what his, but he's been to college for it all. But he studies, he's like like that Lie to Me dude. If anyone's ever seen that show, Lie to Me, where people's mannerisms and how they say and do can actually tell you what they're really thinking and feeling compared to what's coming out of their fucking mouth. Okay? And this guy was looking at some things and saying, this is what I can see that they're really feeling and thinking. How they're processing the room, how this person is speaking to these other people, how this is playing out, that's playing out by their mannerisms. And I'm like, wow, right? So I started thinking about that, and I went back and looked at a bunch of pictures, and I was like, I was seeing something totally different than what I was experiencing, feeling, and seeing at the time. And it wasn't good. And I'm like, how come my intuition didn't pick up on that? Maybe because that was part of the lesson I needed to learn, right? So with this water trine going on, Molly's talking about letting the energy flow through you. I think I'll go back to the video I was watching and pin it to the post. Because, guys, if I find something I think that you will learn something from, if I find another, I like pointing out things that I think you can get a different perspective of, a different, that's how I teach, right? I watch this, I learned this, you go look at it and see if you don't learn something from it. Because the more you know, knowledge is power. So, which is why I don't mind calling out other channels on my channel. Because if I think there's some different perspective you could learn about, I'm all for it, right? So that's how I teach, right? And then I can sometimes relate to different things that I'm learning and going, oh, wow, I'm seeing this past situation in a whole new light. So I'm learning, well, that's psychology, right? So I guess I am looking at from a psychological profile or psychological lens. They call it a lens. And I like that description of seeing something through a lens. Because if you've ever been to the eye doctor, and most of us have, they change the lens of how you see the letters and stuff. So that's a good description. Because sometimes over time you'll find out that when you go back and look at past situations, when you can emotionally detach, you'll realize that you were looking at it through a different lens or perspective than you do now. Because now you can step back objectively because you're not emotionally charged. Which is one of the things I like about the angels. They're not human. They're energy, right? A different type of energy. And they can look at something objectively without getting emotional. I've heard stories of people that had near-death experiences where their angels took them to Akashic records to see their whole life. And while they were looking at it and going, oh, wow, the angels are just standing there and just observing. That's all they're doing is observing. Not coldly, not hotly, not calculated, just observing. No emotional attached. Okay, which is why I like angels coming in and pointing things out to me like they did with the bottle and the card on the table. Because they're like, you need to see this. And they can do it without emotion, whereas we are emotionally charged beings, right? And I truly believe that saying now of we are spiritual beings having a human experience, because like the day Will forced himself into the camper, when I saw it and even right now when I see it in my mind's eye, I'm at the top of the stairs. It's like my third eye is my higher self is way back there. So we definitely have an aura. We are definitely humans having a human experience inside of this. Our energies, fuck. Matter of fact, where I live, the neighbors, they're too close. Because our energies still touch, right? I don't like that anymore. I can't wait to move. So I'm learning a lot. And whatever I can learn, if I think it can help you, I'm going to tell you. So still battling cigarettes, guys. I've got patches. My quit date is October 31st, which is also my oldest son's birthday. Happy birthday, Chris, when it gets there. He may not like me calling out his name on this, but my oldest son's name is Christopher. So, I'm just looking at this thing with Molly McCord, and I'm going, when she's talking about this water trine, which starts, I think it starts today, I am actually feeling that energetic water energy, and I am now starting to feel a firm boundary between me and the past relationship, past people, and things that were all involved in that, and feeling it ebb away. So I am cleansing, I'm purifying as we now go into the future. The other thing I'm picking up on, Molly was she was talking, I was listening to her, and I'm feeling the growth of a new collective group. Like, remember, if y'all been with me for a while, like Jenny Fraser, Ken Diamond, they've been with me for a while, right? Mandy Rodriguez. Hi, Mandy. I saw you sent some hearts the other day. Thank you. I love you too, sweetheart. I know we don't talk very much, but some of you guys had been with me. I mean, y'all just let me know I'm here, you know. So, and thank you. I appreciate every single one of you guys. So, I'm just looking at this, and I forgot what I was going to say now. um, but oh, this collective. So Molly said something, and all of a sudden, I could, in my mind's eye, as I was listening to her, there's this new collective starting to come. So I've been feeling several different things with my intuitive senses. I'm feeling there is this certain group of us, of light workers, that is collecting. I feel like my energy and certain people's other energies, it's in the collective, but I can feel it starting to grow. And we're some kind of way showers. It has something to do with the maps. It has something to do with knowing what energies are going on where. And I'm really beginning to feel, and I still haven't quite figured out how it works. The angels are saying we'll get to it when the time is needed. But it's really feeling like, as I focus on the different maps, like right now I'm focusing on the United States because that's the beginning. But it goes out way further. But it's going to get stronger over time. So I don't know how this is all going to play out, guys. But for those of you that stay in the room that are feeling the same energy, we're meant to do something as a group. So I'm going to continue doing map readings. There's going to be more of those. I'm still going to do my regular readings and stuff. But there's a certain collective of us that are getting stronger, that are coming into our abilities. And we're some kind of special collective. I'm not sure what it all is. I just feel it. Okay, so hang in there with me. And we are some kind of observers. Some of us are meant to go out and do something in particular, but some of us are just supposed to observe, maybe take notes. So I might start at some point another channel and ask light workers of a certain kind, or if someone feels that that energy, to maybe even do something different with that. Because it feels like it's this small collective right now, but it's going to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger, something like the cosmic ocean. This Healing Waters deck explains to me how some energies work in a way that I'm not sure I can articulate very well, but I really resonate with this deck the most. This is the one that confirms a lot of things for me. This one and the Kyle Gray deck. So I am going to order some more decks this week. Guys, I'm realizing myself, though, I get a lot of, and the more my intuitive abilities grow, the more messages I get off my cards. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and there's just a message in my head. I've got to come sit down and write it out, talk about it, do something. And so, but this collective that's growing, I keep wanting to call it remote viewing, but it's not remote viewing. It's more like psychic energy. I'll just call it remote viewing for the sake of ease. But there are some of us that are coming into this gift that can be used in different ways. They haven't told me what yet. I just know it's different ways. That has something to do with the energy of different places on the planet. Like, we're meant to get this higher perspective. Observe and record, like maybe a scribe records how some energies are flowing for the next generation or two. So I might start some kind of a scribe channel where I ask different people to keep, those that want to keep notes and see how we're seeing energy work together. Because the energy pockets on the earth are changing. So for those of us that pick that up, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, let me know in the comments. Because it's just now starting to move. Yeah, it's just now starting to move. That's why they kept saying in the next 20 years, when I was doing my readings back before the X came along and interrupted everything. Because it really was not good. I mean, I learned a lot. But it really stopped the progress of where I needed to go. So, I'm going to be very careful of people I let in my energy now. Very. Because I'm feeling this energy flow of these people that I've never thought about narcissists or emotional manipulators or people that just users and abusers, you know what I mean? So, or how they can function. And a lot of them, it is a type of psychosis or something, an entity attached to them, or a belief that they had from a childhood that has grown into its own energy. There are people out there that have had ghost hauntings in their house. Like I saw one time, I can't remember the name of the show, but this lady kept seeing this black energy in her house. And a psychic came in, a couple of different psychics, all of them said the same thing. You created that due to the trauma you had in your life at the time. And she literally, because of her fear and what was going on in her life, she created this negative energy that became its own thing, its own thinking process thing. So guys, be careful what you think and believe and put out into the world, because it can get a life of its own. Haven't you heard that? How many people have heard that before? This thing took on a life of its own. What we think can create. So this energy that's coming in, maybe that's something I need to focus on. Because if I give it good energy, it can become a good thing. Okay? There's always pros and cons, ways and means, right? But it sounds to me like, because they're not telling me, but it feels like they're guiding me that way. Like the angels are saying, yes, this is a good positive energy. This is how we want you to, so over time they're gonna tell me how I'm feeling yes from them. I'm gonna be able to figure out how this energy flows, and there will be others like me. Okay, so I'm already picking up on somebody from, because I just focused in on Nebraska. I got the state map out here. Is there somebody in Nebraska that I'm feeling it's a masculine energy, very unemotional, very logical person? I don't know where this guy's coming from, but he's very balanced, and he's one of those that can, like a bloodhound, he can sense this certain type of energy, follow it, find it, and in his mind's eye, follow it, see where it went. Oh, holy shit. And he's one. I just heard Minnesota. Minnesota's up here. That one feels more soft and feminine, like a female. Try. Somebody in Montana. Maybe that's why guys, there's something here that's like tapping on my third eye almost. They're coming into being, I'm hearing. Guys, I don't have no cards or nothing. I'm just picking up energy pieces. Just little pieces floating by. Yeah, I need to clear off the table again. I'm only picking up 3 right now. So, oh, okay. So, this collective is something that's going to grow over time. Has something to do with telepathy. The one guy from Nebraska is some kind of energy follower. He can literally go into his mind's eye, and the energy almost has a color for him, and he can, like a bloodhound, he can track it. He's like a tracker. He can track it. So they're giving me a picture of the X-Men when I can always think of him as Captain Picard. Stewart goes in and puts that hat on his head, and he can find all the X-Men everywhere. It's sort of like that, they're saying. Some people, the fractured mindset. God, there's so many different ways that energy comes into me. So guys, some of us are really Oh, well, fuck, I didn't think of it like that. So they're saying something about, or they're making me feel that fractured mindset, some of us, that's how we're evolving. We're literally and some are better at it than others. Some can so they're saying some can actually find the bad guy. That's what I heard, was the bad guy. The girl in Minnesota that I was just picking up on is more of an earth angel type. She's got a, oh, she's the blonde girl that I saw in the meditating in the woods one time. Or she's from Minnesota originally. She may not be there now. So guys, now I'm starting to pick up on some people. This collective is going to get bigger and stronger over time. Deep sea diving. Mystics. Learn through experiences and depths. So some people, in their mind's eye, are going to be able to see themselves going into other dimensions or going into, I hear rabbit holes, other energetic tunnels. Because when I got that message from Diane Keaton, I was seeing this tunnel, and her and Majal, I don't know how to pronounce the lady's name, but they both backed up in this tunnel went, and they were showing me that they understood what's coming about. Sage, you cannot get on the table right now. I'm so sorry. It's like going from one dimension to another, mentally with your third eye. Has anybody been feeling like they're in between right now, their own reality and another reality? That's what that card is saying to me this morning. This is what that collective will be able to do. Go in between realms, I'm hearing. What the hell? So that's kind of not weird. It's just different. There's that card again. Okay, so fuck. Okay. It's going backwards. Okay, so it's sometimes they send me energy and they tell me to go backwards. So we're going to go backwards. Okay, so the first card we have is going in between the realms. Okay, we're not going to worry about what the card says. In between the realms. And then here's that card again from the other day, where she's sitting and meditating, and she's creating this portal. I don't know if y'all can see her or not. She's right here. She's creating this portal that she can go through. This is how that works, I guess. She's creating that portal she can go through. Oh, shit! Guys, you can't make this up. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, hang on, guys. So, then she's creating it, and she's actually preparing to, like, it's going backwards. Oh, my God. What did I just say a few minutes ago? The cosmic ocean. And it's right here. This is something some people are psychically being able to create, to travel telepathically, but energetically to actually go different places on the planet and do something with it. Maybe people already do that, but this is being fully conscious and aware you're fucking doing it. Do you see that how do you say that? God, this is a hell of a morning epiphany, guys. So this is after you've created, so I guess you would kind of, but it's going backwards. So, I don't know. Plunge in. Oh my gosh, so let me get these cards in order. So there's this one, the mystic, then there's the thinking about it, preparing for it, the deep meditation of going into it, and look, that's a circle, guys, look. And it's a metamorphosis. Oh my God. Okay, so then there's plunge, jumping into the hole, again, right? It's like maybe pre-seeing it before you do it. And then you meditate, you get into that space, and then you do it. So this is creating it, I guess. And you plunge right into it, in your mind's eye. soul purpose. Literally, this is what you were made for. And this is it getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and people coming together to do this. The ripple effect. People are starting, some of you are starting to upgrade already and work on this, even if you're not aware of it. Step out and embrace who you are. Deep, deep, deep meditation going on the planet. Holy shit. Okay. And they're saying this is the last one. So, a lot of you are being led by your star beings. You're being led by your higher selves and your guardians. Your guardians. I don't know what that means. Maybe your angels. No, guardians. Are saying guardians. So maybe some of you are getting some protective energies that are coming to you that are meant to help you with this. They're saying that's it. Guys, that is... And then on the right side, the cards that were on the right, which is going into the future too, this is brewing right now between the special collective. Holy shit. Well, if I wasn't awake, I'm awake now. I don't know how we got on this, but I tell you what, guys, this is what's happening right now. That's going into the future. They're saying stop with that one right there, because the rest hasn't been prepared yet. Wow. And it's on the planet, guys. See how even the way I see energy is shifting and changing. With every planetary thing going on, we're leveling up, we're ascending, we're guys, this is major breakthrough for a certain collective that's coming into being, that's meant to help humanity in some way. So I just got it this morning. I didn't even have it cleaned off my table yet. I'm going to put these in order, because some of it seems kind of backwards forwards to me. They're saying, go with it, go with it. What the... While you're sleeping, embrace who you really are. The ripple effect. Happening. Planetary wave, and then beneath the surface. Guys, this is coming into being. This is futuristic energy. Okay? Is what they're saying. And then planetary wave, and then this. This is going in. Wow. Okay, guys, we're 28 minutes in. I'm going to make a reading out of this. Well, I guess I just did, didn't I? So, I'm going to put this picture is going to be... You know, to me, it's always weird when they tell me, start from this point and work backwards. And it's like it's part of the fractured brain. It's just the way I read the energy. They're saying I'm not the only one that does too. I say that's part of my gift, is reading the energy backwards. So don't ask me exactly what that means. I don't know. But I'm just seeing this story here of people metamorphosing. This has been going on, is what they're saying. This has been going on for a while. It's been brewing. It's been collecting. It's been creating, making. It's a level of ascension for some of us that are going to use our energies differently. Man, guys, this feels fucking like out there. This is a new collective that's been slowly... Really? Okay, so before the ex-boyfriend, when I used to do readings before, they're saying this energy connects to that. They're saying the energy I was starting to pick up on back then, this is where I was supposed to go with it. So that's pretty big, guys. And we've got all the major cards here that they have told me to be, that they keep putting up in my head and pointing out to me. The ripple effect, the planetary wave. I really resonate with this deck more than any of my other decks. And the more I work with this deck, the more they tell me about future energies. Does that make sense? I don't know if it's this lady's artwork or if it's just the way the energy from it. Oh, they just said, look at that. See the pink energy? Guys, I've been seeing this pink energy for a while now. So there's something here about some of us that are developed. We've already had it, but it's coming to the forefront. This one particular energy, that is going to be an energy that a group of the collective of people on the planet, it's like almost like a secret society or some shit they're saying. And not everybody does social media, right? So some people out there that this gift is developing in, that's developing in this energetic field, they're not even going to know, they're just going to think they're out there. They're going to think, I can't tell nobody about this, that I'm seeing these little things in the future, and I'm seeing places and things in the future. People are going to think I'm nuts because they don't do social media, and they're not going to be aware there's as many other people out there. There'll be stragglers. All colors, all creeds, all religions. That's why looking past other people's religions and beliefs are going to be so important in the cosmic ocean. In this watery current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. They're saying right here in this one, this is a collective, psychic collective, that a lot of people are going to realize that they're evolving because they're no longer going to care. I don't care if you're a Buddha. I don't care if you believe in Allah. I don't care if you are a diehard Christian. These are people that are going to come together regardless because they're going to feel this magnetic pull. Like, feeling like they're all coming together somehow. Yes. Just like, I forget what it's, the Captain Picard would put that helmet on and we see all those people. That's how they're showing me there's a collective of these people out there. It's in the ripple effect. Being connected energetically that are like just a new way of how working with energy and seeing different places, things. And it's been being created. It's growing. It's growing. And it's a collective with others in it. Does that make sense? I know that makes sense. Morning, Epiphany! Guys, I'm going to work with this energy. I feel like this is something, yeah, this is something that, that's a part of me as well. But there's others like that out there. The fractured scribes or the fractured mindsets that could actually use this energy. Shit. Okay. And it's all stewing and brewing, and it has been for a while. Guys, this is the morning epiphany. So they're now trying to show me something way bigger than what I started out talking about this morning. It's one of the reasons why they got so upset. They got upset for quite a few reasons when that year and a half of my life, everything stopped. This was below the surface of what was supposed to come out. I was supposed to be teaching and talking about a year and a half ago. Is what they're making me feel. Guys, listen to your guides. Listen to your angels. Your reality that you live in day by day by day is going to be different than everybody else's, right? Some of you are going to want to use this energy and do something with it. Others of you are going to go, fuck that, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm just saying. All right? So, guys, this is the morning epiphany. Something is brewing out there for a collective that should have been brought into, yeah. So, guys, I'm going to work with this energy, and I'm going to see. I'm going to study some other things, and I'm going to figure out, we're going to figure out together how maps, computers. So guys, I'm getting flooded with images now, so I'm going to stop this here because I'm going to go and meditate and see what they're trying to tell me. This is something that's been brewing for a while. And there's going to be other people that are going to pick up on these energies too that are also going to want to teach it or talk about it, or because it's different. Some of us with that fractured, because our brains are wired differently, we're going to energetically be able to do something because we're wired differently. They keep saying you're wired differently. The way you're, and not some, my brain is still, but the way I see things because of the ADHD, because of, and it may not be just ADHD, it may be some other things too. Maybe people with dyslexia that see numbers backwards actually can see energy with colors. I've got to call a friend of mine because her daughter's got dyslexia, and I got to ask her some questions. All right, guys, I've got some research to do. I hope this made sense to some of you, because there's more of you out there than what we think there is. It's just a gift that's going to be coming to the forefront. Really being able to close your eyes. See how all their eyes are closed? Look, all these people, all of them, their eyes are closed. Every fucking single one of them, their eyes are closed. This is something they're doing in their heads. They're seeing crown chakras. The different chakras might have something to do with how you pick up the energy too. The third eye is seeing, right? And the crown chakra is being able to go up high, right? I'm going to have to study a little bit more on the chakras, guys. So there's some kind of big message coming here through for me this morning. I hope this made sense to some of y'all as well. I'm going to leave it right there before I get the cards all messed up. And I'm just looking at this and seeing this in a whole different way. And they all have their eyes closed. Even this one. This one looks like a lion. The head in the middle of it. Like maybe this is your physical self, but this is you. This is your 6 foot out, right? Or being able to go through this. Somebody see that too. Like he's going into meditation, and he's tapping into that energy of the collective, and now it's parting, and he's being able to start getting visions. But it actually feels like a little lion face right there. But you see the energy separating and widening out so he can see where he's going. Holy cow. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope this makes sense for other people than me. But just all of a sudden this morning, these cards are looking way fucking different. So, this might even, I used to pick this up as past lives, but there's some of you might, when you actually get there, you're protected, but you might, might be where you actually touch out other people with disability, and you connect and you have that mental telepathy going on, and you pick up the information, you bring it back. And it's something to do with the way you visualize it, too. Okay? Like, both of these, like this woman here and this man here, they're both, like he's looking through it. She's walking up to it to open it up. I'm getting so many messages off these cards. All right, guys. I love you. Because we're already 38 minutes in. Guys, I hope this made some sense to some of y'all. This is what's coming. Remember I used to talk about this card being one to flip the switch? Well, this is where it's coming up and you're figuring out how to use it. I've got to sit with this for a while. Guys, I love you. This was the morning epiphany. Energies are changing. And just thinking about how this video just came about. You see how the energy's progressing? This water, and this is a lot of water, right? So this water trine, I think, is going to bring a lot of clarity to people that are starting to learn how to push through this energy. I'm going to go finish looking at that Molly McCord. I'm going to put that up on the post. Guys, I love you so much. I hope this morning epiphany touched your heart or opened you up or brought some kind of understanding to you that you needed to know today. Love you, Lighthouse. My name is Lana.